Daybox here. So, we have Zero Chill Part 2 launching here shortly. I want to talk about what to do today, what to do going forward. We're getting an event, we're getting cards, we're getting stuff like that with Part 2. I'll be live on Twitch here when it goes live, looking for loopholes as we always are to do. So, I guess a bit of news first before we get into it. Apparently, they put back the ability to sell playbooks and stuff, and they put a cap on it. Apparently, it was to stop people from overlisting them. So when you auction them, there's available. It does show a max price range of $50K now. But I'll tell you, these price ranges are a trap. If you ever go near the top of the price range, that's like EA's like, all right, we're going to ban you. Like that's them literally laughing at your account. Don't test this, bro. So instead of lowering this to a spot where you won't get banned, like you can only sell it for, say, 30K, and if you get banned for selling at 33K. Right now, they're like, go ahead and try us, bro. We're gonna ban you. So it's just, it's an interesting philosophy from EA, and they have the power to not ban us for overpricing cards, but they choose not to utilize that because they are just jerks. Talking about jerks, right? We all know the Snowflake event is coming. I put out a tweet last night, you know, offline grinders got, right? We do have a role. We'll talk about offline in a second. We do have a role right here for stocking stuffy players, and they're limited. So you can only open so many of them. You got to grind out certain snowflakes and stuff for different presents and stuff. And so I really like the head-to-head mode that they're bringing in. There's lineup restrictions, big W. I like when they do different things like this. That's huge, right? Great for head-to-head solo grinds. That is God tier gamer. That's great for me too, for being able to get to presents that way and snowflakes that way. The only downside is the people that like grinding the menus, right? The people that like, you know, looking at their team building, that kind of stuff, not necessarily enjoying the online gameplay aspects of Madden, kind of got screwed because there is no way of converting over training to snowflakes. Traditionally, we've had a role there, or training to presence role, and they took that away because that's basically what like a lot of people's favorite part of the promo is, being able to get a whole bunch of presents, opening it up Christmas morning because nobody else gives us presents because we're just sad, lonely men. And EA took that away, right? Much like society, which is something that we live in. And, you know, overall, it's just frustrating, right? Like, the whole goddamn promo is hard carried off the menus, and they're like, you know what? Go play more head-to-head grinding. So it does feel like, you know, over the last, you know, couple years since Jake Stein's moved on to other parts of Madden, it's gotten much more towards that focused on the gameplay, which, you know, a lot of people are happy about, and that's okay, right? That's okay. I'm glad that they're focusing a lot on the gameplay aspect of earning it through that. But it used to be like there was a little bit more towards like, hey, you want to grind out the actual game mode of MUT itself and not just actual games on the field. You also had alternate ways of doing that. So they've taken away the alternate ways of doing that and grinding the game mode of MUT itself, which is strange to me because the game mode of MUT is a game mode itself, and having people like saying relaxing on the menus, not having to get into and lock into head-to-head games against, you know, skill-based matchmaking and online stuff like that. I understand people want to do that. So it does feel like a philosophical shift from EA, and it's just it's interesting to see it in real time overall. But so the menu people that like to play the menus kind of getting the short end of sticks. The offline grinders probably got it the worst, right? Like, obviously, you know, you guys the last few little bit for challenges, you only got last year, you got a free team diamond for doing those stuff. You kind of got screwed there. I will say the frozen ones, they're pretty good, right? I think you got like an 82 overall B&D Tajay Spears. But there was the best thing about solos, one of these things, I didn't do them because I'm not a solo grinder, but you get +1 speed for a strat card. So that was a pretty good one for the solos. But that's kind of it. I don't know what the other top end cards that you get out of these solos are, and got a lot of 82s. I don't know why they're B&Ds instead of just not. So you got a stocking stuffer, right? So you get an 82 you can upgrade, and then a simple mystery present. So the worst part though, so they had that grind W, right? Obviously it's going to be super difficult to win 8 games in a row to get your, it was like 16,000 snow, and a 92 or a 91 overall card. But the offline grinders, you get like so what, 16,000 snow? I think you get that. So you get a 93 B&D for going 8 games in a row against some, you know, pretty stiff competition, to be fair. So you get a bunch of lavish presents though. That's kind of cool for that snow. I'd probably take the lavish presents over the guaranteed 93s. I really would. Lavish presents, if they're at 3,300, Does that mean lavish presents are going to be like 89 plus? 90 plus? I don't know what a lavish presents would end up being. Like 86 plus? No, probably better than that if it's 33. Anyways, we'll try it out. We'll grind it out. Get some presents for us with that. But solo players, right? The offline players, the reward structures they got kind of screwed over. Okay. And it is what it is. You know, it's kind of EA's telling the offline players, hey, here's one more for your head. Because it's weird. Like, you think, like, the biggest concern with offline grinding is being able to just, like, automate it and do it over and over again. But they said you can only play 30 of them a day, right? For the offline event, which seems like the ability to limit it. Now, maybe they're worried about alternate accounts, but they got rid of farm accounts with the trade block. They got rid of your ability to grind this thing on multiple accounts. I'm a sad that they'd screw offline players like that. And offline players definitely deserve more than they're getting. Like when you look at Emily's show compared to this one, they completely reward offline grinders to an insane degree. And Madden seems to have gone the other way, which is strange to me, as that's the majority of their audience, right? And with that said, what should you do, right? Because here's the thing about the new online mode. If you're going to grind it, if you're going to play it, I don't think it's a bad idea to offload your entire team outside of the 4 players you're going to use for the lineup restrictions. Now, EA did say the lineup restrictions will change with the next portion of this event. I'm guessing is going to go live next Thursday. So, it might not perfectly work out for you, but if you if you do nothing but this, right? If you do nothing but the new head-to-head mode, you could sell off like all of your over 88 overalls. I know 88 overalls have spiked in price, FYI. So creating 88 overalls might be profitable in sets. But if you sell off your entire lineup, except for the cards that you're going to use, and then buy back Christmas on the Christmas crash because presents open, that's not a bad solution. The problem is you are opening up the risk of your lineup being different. But overall, like, you'll have to worry about that next week of getting whatever the lineup restrictions are next week. But there it is. Like, you can stack coins. You can, do the head-to-head event with whatever cards. So 88s. Let me take a look at, like, Campus Heroes. What are these going for? 41K? Okay, now what are 84s going for? These are just easy ones. 84s are, 84s, wait, 85s. Oh, yeah, Campus Heroes. So 84 overalls are at 7.9, but you can filter easily lower than that. So you can probably buy these for like 7K. So that means 5. So that, to be fair, at 7K, it costs 35K to build it. Sell at 40, 41. There's a little bit of profit there, but if you want to buy, I'd say closer to 6K for great profit, but it is closer. It looks like you just buy straight at 7K and under and make a little bit of profit every time you do that set. So that's one method to put those 84s and the 88 Campus Heroes and other 88 sets. Go ahead and look out for those. So that's kind of how you want to approach this part 2. Obviously, there will be profitable sets. Hopefully, you guys can make them. I don't know if you pre-built them, brought 90s ahead of time. Just worry about catching a falling knife is the only issue. Also, with like good, take a look at when they launch the offers. If there's any good offers there to go with, to go ahead and profit off that. So, Campus Hero set currently, as long as you have the right price. Yeah, see, like this. 6.7 times 4 is 32.8, and then you can sell it at 40K. So profit right there as far as that Campus Hero set, just the first one we looked through, just off this one little filter alone. So that's kind of the recommendations for Zero Chill Part 2. Depending on what you're going to do, depending on how you're going to grind it. And obviously, if your style differs, if you still got things to catch up as far as challenges, as far as solo battles, and you want to keep your team, then that's fine. But grinding the head-to-head event, not a bad idea. You don't need to be stuck down. Depends on what you're planning to do. But the new head-to-head event definitely feels like where a lot of people are going to be. The issue is it's also going to be hard. And if there's like a glitch, then you're not going to want to sell off your squad, right? If there's a glitch to get like, if I'm a Joey Porter at like safety and he's like an 88, right? And then that works, I highly doubt that's going to work, but this is EA. So if there's a way of getting 88s like out of position like we got last time, then that's a bad idea. But that's all I got to say about that. I think EA probably, like, it's 50-50 whether it actually works or not because this is EA. But there you go for as far as my recommendations for Zero Chill Part 2. And grinding and stuff. But it is sad to see menus and the players that enjoy MUT got screwed. Players that enjoy offline got screwed. But got your gamers, got rewarded. Good job, us. Peace.